Alright, LEGO Harry Potter Collection, developed by Traveler's Tales, aka TT Games, released in 2016. The collection consists of 2 games, years 1 through 4 and years 5 through 7. Having just played LEGO DC Supervillains just before this, I had very low expectations for this series. Having now completed it, although I'm not a fan of the games themselves, I am a fan of the trophy list and the potential LEGO games have for mental fitness in general. I'm very excited about that, and I feel I will always back that. LEGO Harry Potter is a single player only game. No internet connection is required to play. Moving on, are these games right for you or your family to play? The ESRB rating for LEGO Harry Potter is 10 and older because of cartoon violence and crude humor. In my opinion, the games are fine for all ages. The very nature of LEGOs include assembling and destroying. Essentially, that's what it is. It's meant to be lighthearted in nature. And I do want to, and this is just a perfect example of the flaw in the ESRB rating, where violence contained in these games, such as killing characters, imploding them, exploding them, and the mild sexualized humor, it's still considered more appropriate for younger audiences than other titles just because they don't carry a large child brand logo, or I guess are not considered cartoonish enough by the ESRB standards. Nonetheless, LEGO Harry Potter is clearly meant to be funny for people of all ages. Now, even though they have all that in their game. Also, it's just a bit ridiculous to think parents would rather have hundreds, thousands of LEGO pieces just scattered across their home because their child destroys them, compared to their kid just doing the exact same thing in a video game without the actual physical mess. So yes, to me, it's fine for everyone. And yeah, the ESRB rating standard is just very skewed. Next up, just how long are these games going to take to complete? Good question. To beat LEGO Harry Potter, it's likely going to take at least 4 hours for each game in the series, but that will vary a lot depending on how much you explore inside the levels, inside the game hub, and whether you're skipping scenes. Turn 100% though, it'll probably take you around 52 hours for most, and will vary again based on your familiarity with LEGO games as well as your own skill set. There are cheats and hints available in-game that can be used to earn trophies. Also, game difficulty does not affect any trophies. That said, it's interesting because years 1 through 4 is very glitchy. Years 5 through 7 is not, but it requires more to complete, so it's weird how they kind of offset and balance each other out there. Alright, time to get to the fun stuff. On a scale easy to expert, I'd say LEGO Harry Potter's trophy lists, they vary between easy and average. It just really depends on your skills and whether you are using guides to assist you. In my opinion, the series helps boost problem solving. I can also see it build mental endurance and confidence as well, especially for those getting into gaming for mental fitness or just younger audiences in general. Moving on, let's take a look at the highlights. The best trophies that highlights problem solving would be You're the Best in years 1 through 4, But I Am the Chosen One in years 5 through 7. I guess I could have said that more assertively. These trophies are separate trophies from the platinum in each game that require you to earn 100%. So essentially a platinum that's not a platinum. Quasi-platinum. I find these trophies to be very self-defeating because again, they're just catch-all trophies. But in all honesty, the tasks are a big challenge and help build problem-solving skills without a doubt, because you have to solve a lot of puzzles with different types of characters using different kinds of spells. So there's just a lot of combinations to work with, even when it seems like you have everything down, and though there are hints available in-game, even an experienced LEGO game player could find themselves stumped at times. I mean, for me, I had to use several guides for certain levels because I just could not figure out what to find or where to find collectibles. So kudos to TT for putting in the extra effort to make these trophies harder than they appear. yet keeping gamers engaged, because both games have a very high completion ratio. So I mean, again, it just goes to show that I really see so much potential with Lego games for building mental fitness. I'm very excited for that. And look, being able to problem solve is beneficial for boosting your ability to complete tasks. So building your problem solving skills can help you become more efficient at completing those tasks faster, and even be able to handle more complex assignments. And given that Lego Harry Potter is great for all ages, it's just a perfect game series to complete for mental fitness. And just always keep in mind that you could be I guess headstrong and just refuse to look at guides to assist you, but also keep in mind that guides are there specifically to assist you. It's not always about knowing the answer off the top of your head. It's about knowing where to find the answer. Keep that in mind. I do want to take a moment and point out a very valuable lesson from playing Lego Harry Potter, specifically my gameplay session 7 for years 1 through 4. Again, that game is very glitchy, meaning there are times where you did what you were required to do to progress or obtain a collectible, but it did not actually happen. It looks like the developers understood that, and so in years 5 through 7, they added extra collectibles that were available so players would not run into the same situation. So, for example, in years 5 through 7, you have to collect 200 gold bricks, but there are actually 201 gold bricks available. So, what happened to me in years 1 through 4 was that I was just missing one specific collectible. It was to save a student in peril. When looking up what was happening to me, it appeared that I was caught up in a glitch, and that if I did certain steps, it would resolve the issue. Unfortunately, it didn't. I tried over and over, doing the exact same thing and similar things in hopes it would resolve the problem. It did not. I was frustrated, I was defeated, so ultimately I decided to just call it quits and come back the next day and just start doing the whole game all over again. It's just gonna be what it was. But before doing that, I decided to continue reading the comment section of the specific video guide I was watching at that time for collectibles, and noticed one user, and shout out to Giverbone, said that if you're experiencing the glitch, but the solution isn't working for you, then you aren't experiencing the real glitch at all, and instead you just missed a collectible. To me, that made no sense, because I was 99% confident that I had obtained all the other collectibles. But in that situation, the worst case scenario is that I was right. So I went ahead and rechecked every spot. I was following the guide, which is highlighted in the description below. Even though I just knew I had it. I had them all. I checked it anyway. Followed it just straight to the T to the guide. And having followed it, wouldn't you know, I was wrong. I did not in fact collect all prior collectibles, and it saved me so much extra time and effort doing it that way. The point is, when you think you've done everything right to solve something, sometimes you're wrong. Even if you feel so strongly that you're right, and that it couldn't possibly have been you, that is the reason why that you didn't reach your goal and what you were trying to do, you owe it to yourself to check your own work. Look in the mirror and make sure it isn't you. Because the worst thing that will ever happen when you do that is that you were right. And finally, let's talk about improvement. When it comes to trophies that would or could have been included and reflected in these games, none come to mind. Given that, again, Lego games, they're meant to be lighthearted, easy, and fun for all ages. That said, I feel TT, again, they just have such a great opportunity to make these games with trophy lists that can be easily attainable, yet challenging, based on what the player wanted to do. I feel they did fairly well with years 5 to 7. So specifically the use of hints and tips, which are already incorporated in the game, which is great, and certain cheats help achieve trophies much quicker. But I would have liked to see more cheats that enabled a more detailed walkthrough and guide to obtain trophies. So for example, a cheat to help players complete challenges in hub, or cheat that showed where collectibles were that were still missing. This was, again, kind of done in years 5 to 7, but not to the extent that any player, regardless of age or skill set, could easily follow. So in my opinion, LEGO games, again, they just provide such a great opportunity to get people of all ages into gaming for mental fitness. I really hope TT considers that in the future for further LEGO installments. Just make hints and cheats available that really just kind of spoon feed the answer, so players can go at their own pace and still obtain the results that they need. And that's a wrap. Again, having just played LEGO DC Supervillains just before this, I had very low expectations of LEGO Harry Potter. Having now completed the series, again, although I'm not a fan of the games themselves, I am such a big fan of the trophy list and the potential LEGO games have for fitness. I would highly recommend playing them if you're looking to build problem solving. For me, that's exactly what LEGO Harry Potter did. I was pleasantly surprised how challenging it was at times. I'm just so glad to see such a high completion ratio percentage for these games, because again, it really, in my opinion, really helps build problem solving when you're doing it correctly. And again, it's kind of a gateway for players or people to get into gaming for and building your mental health toughness. And if you have questions about these games or mental fitness, or just want to share your experience with LEGO Harry Potter, feel free to leave a comment or message me. I will do my best to answer any questions in a time. Alright everyone, that's another review in the bag. If you want to watch me play live, follow me on Twitch. If you'd like to hear more about mental fitness, my game preview, and initial questions, then go on over and follow my Instagram. I also take polls on Twitter for games I should be playing next that are in my library if you'd like to participate in that. Finally, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye!